Okay, I'm not going to bore you by building this entire wall, but there we go. Let's go down and mark a few more walls. So in order to start one, it's fairly simple. You just right click on the border and we'll go down to stone and we'll say stone fence. There, and it plops basically what you guys saw me working on. And I'm really slow because these stone bricks are heavy. And I need to, excuse me, Bull, but you're kind of in the way. So there's that one. Okay, now I can move a little faster. That one. Yeah, we'll just keep going. Stone fence. Okay, so there's a few more planned out. I'm thinking at least down to here, possibly even possibly here-ish? I'm not sure. I don't want to get too close to the guard tower because I do want them to be able to run around the wall and up here in case I come out of the mine and I need assistance. But I don't want it so short that if I'm running from something over here, I run through the gate and they can get around here and get me in no time. I need, you know, time to be able to run through the gate and possibly down this way a few steps to be within range of the tower. Yeah, the issue with it being down here is right in front of the mine. I don't think is in range. Unfortunately. Would be nice. That's kind of what I wanted, was to be right within range, right at the entrance here. But because of that tower up there, I just could not do that. What time is it? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay. It's going to be a while before it's light. I hope the lantern is enough light to help you guys out. I've been looking at this lamp here. It is an iron lamp. I pulled it from over there and I brought it over here so I can see the end of the road here for the mine when I'm off somewhere else. I can see that light a very good distance off. One of the things I'm trying to decide is when I do go ahead and build the lighthouse tower, what I'm going to stick up top for light. Let me get all my tools back. Now, did it put them back where they go? I think it did. Okay, good. Was there anything else I dropped that I need to get back? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm trying to decide what I want to put. There's a corpse up here. Did it rot away? Oh, possibly. What I want to put up in the top. And like I said, I've noticed that that light, I can see it from a very good distance away. So I do want to go down and take a look at it. It may just be really good quality. Like I said, it was here when the world loaded for us. So it may have started really good quality. Little bit of lag. Yeah, okay. Shu and I should say, have gotten to the point, that's not going to fit in there, is it? Oh, yeah, well. Have gotten to the point where we just stop butchering animals. Like I said, we have so much meat and fur and, not hide, but pelts that we just don't need anymore. So we've kind of stopped butchering them for the moment. But I do still like to pick them up if I can, to sell at the, oh, there's a bear, to sell at the token in town. Let's go see how much damage we can do to him. I am missing something. That. And that. So I have 2 sprouts in here. I have a lemon and I have an oak. I haven't decided where I want to plant the oaks yet. And then once we figure out the fruit tree situation, then we'll take care of the lemon tree. But I'm just kind of grabbing sprouts as I find them when I go out exploring and whatnot. Where's the bear? There he is. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna unhitch you. I'm gonna disembark. I'm gonna lead, ride. Alright. Oh, and the camera went all crazy on me. Okay, so yes, this axe does so much more damage, and I'm quite happy with it. I was a little unsure at first because I was like, I really like my shield. Yeah, see, we're done. I really like my shield, but I just was not doing anywhere near the amount of damage. As far as the pants go, I have on chain pants right now, so the leather pants that are in here are just extra, I guess. Can I? Okay. Alright, now we'll disembark. We will lead the bull again. And we will hitch it to the cart and then jump in. Alright, good to go. And I am slightly injured, so we'll go see if we can find a patch of mycelium back at the settlement that I can absorb. I know, 3 hits, and it's great. I love the thing. Shu is using the large maul that one of the 3 guys had, and that one does just as good, if not better. So yeah. So see, we've got better armor and weapons, and I didn't even have to bother making them. They just came to us. It's very interesting. Still adolescent. Okay, not old enough to breed yet. Yeah, it makes it so much easier when they just come to me, huh? Don't have to waste any iron or anything. I don't get the skill levels, of course, for crafting. But I'll make sure those are all fields and not mycelium. Yes, it is field. Okay. Let's see, there's a tree over here that could use it. A walnut tree, huh? Alright. Don't have to waste any of the materials to make the armor. And they're all pretty good quality level, I think. The axe is already level 72. The sleeves are 62. The pants are 62. What else do we have? Yeah, all of these are 62. And the chest plate is 72. So, I mean, it's already really high level stuff. Let's see. There's a bunch of infected cherry trees. There's a cedar over this way that was infected, and I don't know if I've already That's a hyena. If I've already absorbed the mycelium from it or not. I'll head over here. I think I did. I think it's right there. So we'll just get it from one of these cherry trees. Oops, too far away. Now, before I didn't really mind because we have so many cherry trees, it didn't bother me. Excuse me. However, apparently they do not produce fruit if they are infected. And since we have all these cherry trees, I would like to be able to come through here and collect as many cherries as possible when they are in season. Speaking of which, let's find out if anything is in season. I don't think it is. So, /seasons, and I do believe this is a mod. I don't know if this is possible to do without a mod. Okay, so according to this, oleander will be in season in 1 day and 23 hours and 22 minutes. Now, Shu and I were discussing this earlier. I think this is real life days. I don't think this is game days. Otherwise, these would probably be going faster. Okay, so we have basically 10 days for cherries. To wait for cherries. However, maple will be in season within about 5 days. And there are some maple trees we do have around I would like to get some syrup from. And I did make a bucket for that, and I made a bucket for milking. I need to start milking the cows so we can make cheese. What time is it? It is 1 o'clock. We still have half an hour. Okay, what do we want to do? Sorry, I keep yawning and I'm not quite sure why. Okay, so... Oh, that's right. We were going to look over here for a water source. So let me park these guys. And we will do some divining. Okay, I'm going to start here. Okay. And then we just have to be in the tile. I don't think it matters where we're looking. And then we will use. Seems dead. Now, it could either be that we are nowhere near, or it could be a false reading. The quality on this is only level 34. And I don't believe I can actually improve it. So let's examine. Cannot be improved. So I can't make it any better. But this is one that we found, not made. So that could be part of the reason. So I'm going to do it a couple more times and see if we get anything different. Yeah, see? Now it's saying, wait, there are some faint tugs. So... What I should do is pull this window up. What this does is tell me... we're going to hide the skill tracker for now, and then we'll put it back later. That way I can pull this open. This will tell me how close we are. Okay, so if it's dead, there's either no water nearby or it's a false reading. So what did it say? Some faint tugs. So we are within 5 to 10 tiles. And that could be in any direction. So we're going to take a step further this way. We're now on this tile and we're going to do it again. It says it's dead. We'll try again. And we're going to have to try it a few times just to be sure. Because it could be up to a 25% chance that it's a false negative. Okay, it's still pretty dead. So it doesn't look like there's anything here. So I'm going to go a little further on and see if we could find something out this way, maybe by these trees or somewhere. Okay, so there's a faint tug. We'll take a step forward this way. Seems dead. Seems dead. Seems dead. Okay, so we got a faint tug back here. So let's go this way. Excuse me, tree, but you're kind of in the way here. Okay, that's good. Let's take another step this way. Okay, so we're still good. We'll keep going. Hopefully I won't have too much trouble pinpointing it. And I'm hoping it's not way out over here. I'd like it to be kind of close to this area. Uh-oh. Seems dead. Try one more time. No. Okay, so we got faint tugs here. And let's try this way. Okay. It's a bit of a guessing thing when it's within the 5 to 10 tile range. Once you get to the point where you're 3 to 4 tiles or 2 tiles away, it's a little bit. But I hope it's not right in the middle of the field. That'd be horrible. She might not appreciate that. It's a little easier to pinpoint because you have fewer places that it could be. And if I really wanted to, I would be busting out the graph paper and marking all this stuff down. Okay, I'm going to walk around here and see. I'd rather not have to do it in there. Like I said, you know what? I want it further out this way. So let's see if we can get any readings further out this way. Because it would be nice to have it somewhere near all the trees and stuff. So we're going to see if we can find one out this way. And if the one I'm picking up right now isn't out this way, then maybe we'll try over there. Oh, wait a second. Okay, we just got something different. Indicating there's somewhere nearby. Okay, maybe I'll use this piece I've got in front of me right here with all my notes on it. Okay, so I'm standing right there. So it's within 3 to 4 tiles. Okay, and this way seemed to work better. So we'll try it again. Seems dead, which that's got to be a false negative because we already know we were within 3 to 4 tiles. Okay, so we're still within 3 to 4. Okay, and we'll take another step forward. We'll use it again. Okay, nearby, that's 2. So it could be there, or possibly out that way. So let's go ahead and we'll do it here anyway, just in case. Okay. We're at 1. I think it's this one right in front of us. I think it's this one right here. This would not be a bad place for it. Oh. This is also one. Okay, so this one is one, that is one. Let's try here. This would be an even better spot. Oh, nope. I'm gonna back up to here. Boom, we found it. Okay, I'm going to pack the ground here. Okay, that didn't take too long. Okay. So now that we know that that's there, I don't remember how to get my skill tracker back up. we'll have to wait. Let's see. HUD settings, skill tracker. There we go. I got it. Okay, so there's a spot here for a well. Like I said, the grape orchard would be over there. I think this is good. I wanted to put like a bakery over in this area maybe. I was thinking a little closer to the fields. So up here, we'll have to level this out, of course. And I may have to wait till those trees are old enough to cut down first. But a bakery up in this area, maybe kind of here-ish. Oh, I don't want to pack all this now because I have that one spot marked. But yeah, this wouldn't be bad. And then we could have the little well right there that you could go out and grab water from, possibly fill up barrels or something to have in the bakery. So that'll be a good place. I don't think I have any clay. Or we could put the start of it down. Let's check. I might. What do we have? I do have some clay. I have an 85 clay. Ooh, do I want to use that? Sure, why not? Let's take that. And then, what do we have for rock shards? We have some 67. Okay. And then we'll take a stone chisel. Or the stone chisel, I should say. Let's see if... Whoops. Get a brick. One is enough, as long as it's a nice one. Yep, that's a good one. Okay. Put the rock shards back. Put the chisel back. And let's go ahead and... Am I going the right way? Yeah. Put the well here. Because this isn't too bad of a spot. I don't think we're quite within the limits of Cherrywood, but that's okay. Create fountains and wells, and we'll create a well. There we go. Now, I don't have to worry about this being packed. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and cultivate it. Because we have the start of the well there. So I'll be able to find that. And then I can come pack this stuff without too much of a problem. There we go. Okay, so that's good. That actually takes care of that thing that I wanted to do. Not sure what else we could do for the stream. I suppose we could go get some what am I thinking of? Some fuel for the furnaces and such. Oh my gosh, look at all this mycelium. There's some tar nearby, which I suppose I could just go get that. There's a lot of peat if we go, because the mine is just on the other side of this tower there. So if you go between these two hills, try that again. Go between these two hills, down just a little bit further, there is a whole, it's almost like the side of the hill, is peat. And that works really well for fuel as well. Matter of fact, I have a whole bunch of it in the mine itself for the furnace I have in there. I would say we could go start grabbing furniture from that other house. However, my body strength still is not up at 23 yet. I am still working on it. And with all the terraforming and mining and such I've been doing, I was hoping to have it up high enough to get started on that, but not quite yet. Okay, so where is... It's over there. Okay, great. Where did I leave the bowls? Here they are. Hello. Okay. Let's see what we could do about cleaning the corpses out of the cart. Would probably be a good idea. I figured the cart would move pretty slowly with the bulls on it, but they seem to be doing really well. Like, I know they're strong enough to pull it, I just didn't know if they were faster than using horses. But they seem to be doing good. Okay, can I... How many of these can I take? 2. Okay. And then we'll just sell them to the thing here. That gives me 11 irons per. That's not bad. And then one more. Is that it? Yes, that's it. I think the next thing we want to start working on is I may make some armor stands. However, I would like to have a place to put them first, so that may actually wait. Okay, so I want to put, like I said, a bakery or something, a place to cook food and stuff over there. That way it's nice and close to the farms. As far as other buildings, we do have this other well here. This area right here, where the forge is at, may become the blacksmith. And then the well isn't too far away, and you should be able to go over there and get water for tempering fairly easily. And then on the other side of this hill, between the hill and that last row of the woven fences, where I have the, I think the birch is what's closest, we could put maybe like a logger / carpentry building. And then of course out here somewhere we're going to put that lighthouse building. I would still like to know where those NPCs are coming from. Let's head over here and actually look out over the water and see if we can spot anything. Because like I said, they usually end up right around this willow tree. I don't know why they like the willow tree, but they do. This is usually where they just get caught by our spirit shadows. So we'll come out here, take a look. So yeah, right now I'm trying to decide if I just want just a tower, and this maple tree is here, so I may have to put it down there or right here. How many tiles do I have? 1, 2. I could fit something there, but it's really close to that lake, and I don't quite like that. Or pond. That's more of a pond. That's not really a lake. I think it's gonna have to go over here. So these cherry trees may have to fall. I do not want to move the maple tree. I want that there for maple syrup. But the cherry trees, especially these infected ones, could probably go. And so maybe here we could put a lighthouse. And I'm trying to decide, I think my masonry is much higher than my carpentry. Yeah. So I may do it as a stone building. I'm not sure. What I'm trying to decide is how big do I want to make it. There's something out there and I can't tell what it is. It could be one of those NPCs swimming their way here. That would be hilarious if that's the case. Which means they're swimming from where they spawn all the way over here every single time. And that's quite amusing. Ceres. Oh, okay. There are 3 moons. That's probably the 3rd one. There's a pile of logs over there. That may have been us that did that. I don't remember. I'll have to go over there and pick those up at some point. But yeah, I'm trying to decide how big I want to make it. I know I want it about 4 or maybe 5 stories tall, but I don't know if I want just a 1x1 tower. Say... I don't want it too close to the water. So here-ish? That needs to be a little closer. Okay. Planning while I'm speaking. Not a good idea. Say here-ish. Or, I was thinking of putting it there because a little bit. Maybe I'll put it on that side. So maybe a 1x1 tower. Or if I want something that has a little more to it. Like a 2x2 building, where 3 of the 4 tiles are 1 story high, and then maybe one of the back tiles is the, 4 or 5 story lighthouse building with the light on top. I'm thinking I might do that, and then what we could do is we could put like a little storage bin in there and maybe put some food and water for people who are traveling here. I know Pipe Fighter is currently working on getting a server set up on his end. I believe we've already transferred the files over here from the old world to him, so he could get that set up. And then if we can get it to where we can go back and forth between the two, one of the ideas I had was to set up lighthouses along the way, because it may be an issue of having to sail back and forth. Now we're down here. As a matter of fact, we're probably right in this area. So it'd probably be easiest to sail through here and see if there's a way to get through here. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure if there is or not. I mean, we may be able to squeeze through some of these islands. If that's the case, it would be kind of interesting, or nice, rather, to go along here and every so often put a little lighthouse, and then maybe put a little bit of food or water or whatever for people traveling. The other option would be to come all the way along this side and then take the walk from probably not there. I'd probably have to be here, a little further down, and then they'd have to walk all the way to our settlement, which would mean that the road that leaves our settlement goes out past the guard tower. We could just probably extend that all the way out, or extend it out from the building that's over by the mine. I want to say that's... It could be an animal just out there in the water. I'll have to keep checking on that, because that's kind of funny. If they're swimming the whole way, that's hilarious. I'm looking for some more saplings. What's this? It's a walnut tree. Cherrywood logs. That's gotta be us. I just don't remember doing that. Walnut. What do we have here? This is an infected grape bush, but does it have... It does. It has a sprout. I'll take that. There's supposed to be beverage making, as far as I know. So I'm guessing that grapes will be good for that. So if we have a little, like, grape vineyard or whatever, that would be rather nice. There's a tree up here we could come look at. I think that's a lemon tree right there. We'll get something off of that. That's a fir tree. It's not what I want. Let's come over here and get the lemon tree. Nope. What about the apple tree down here? Nope. Shu may have already come by recently and gotten all the sprouts off of these. This is a chestnut tree. Look at how big these are. So these are the ones we have, like, right on the edge of town. These things get enormous. These may be one of those trees I put on my list for having extra space. Just because they do get so large. Okay. Got a little less than 10 minutes. There's a maple. What is that? That might... I don't know what that is. It keeps hovering over the wall, so it's not telling me. It's an infected chestnut. Okay. This is an apple. Nope. No option to pick a sprout off of that. We'll pick some flowers instead. Alright. The blue flowers are nice. I think they're a little more rare and harder to find. I see lots of yellow and orange yellow. Like here, there's orange red. Sorry, not orange yellow. Some orange red flowers and yellow flowers. They're quite easy to find. Here's all that sand Shu was telling me we had nearby. That's good because when I start making buildings, we're going to need sand and clay to make mortar. How bad is the town? Oof. Yeah. I haven't been in town for quite a while, actually, but it looks like the mycelium is spreading pretty bad there, too. Haven't been out this way in a little bit. That's because this area was so full of animals that going out this way was usually a problem. Walnut. I'm not quite so worried anymore. Unless it's something like a hellhound, or probably some of the older bears might still be an issue. Mature bears, I think, are okay to deal with. Well, hello, little pig. I might come back for you and take you home. Pine tree. This is where I should have come to look for pine trees. Now I'm finding pine trees. Fir. Looks like there's a willow tree over here. Let's see if we can get a sprout off of this one. Yes. Troll, that would be bad. A troll I would still be running. I have no plans on taking one of those suckers out on my own. Not out. Taking them on my own. Because I'm pretty sure I would be the one that got taken out. There's a cedar. Oh, a really nice cedar. Darn. Linden, here we go. I want these two. Yes, big sprout. Slowly making my way toward that building that's over here. I think these are linden as well. Very good, very good. The more sprouts I get, the better. Darn. Try and get this one before it gets infected. Okay. Wasn't sure if that was actually a cow or a panda in disguise. Oh, but we've got a mountain lion. Where are you? There you are. Making sure I don't have anything else on me. There you go. And since we're standing right on it, of course I've gotten myself turned around. That's the town over there, right? Yeah. Okay, I want to go this way. I should drink some water. There's a couple of bears. That could be a bit of an issue. Well, hello, Thar. Okay, this is one of the NPCs. He's empty because he's missing all his gear. I have all his gear. Actually, I might even be wearing all his gear. Well, some of it. But that's interesting to find him over here. So maybe they're not coming from the water. Maybe they are... I don't know if they're coming from Winkshire. I think they are. They may be coming from here, all the way down here. And I'm not sure how they're getting there. Okay. One bear, fine. Two bears, no. I think we're gonna get to this little fenced-in area, and then we'll log out from there. The rare oven and the bed is still sitting there. Oh my gosh, there's a large rat. Okay, I might be able to take care of that. There's an ocelot there as well. The rat's bigger than the ocelot. That's funny. 2 hits. Very good. I'm trying to use the focus skill, but I think these fights are over before I actually get a chance to focus anymore. We're gonna butcher the rat, because I don't know what they drop. Alright, Mom, we'll see you later. They drop pelts. That's not a bad pelt, though. It's 47. I'll take the pelt. The rest can stay. I don't care. Oops. Not toward the bears. Not toward the bears. There's plenty of mycelium in the fenced-in area, so we'll get there, and then we'll absorb some mycelium for healing. Like I said, we could log out. Or, there's a guard tower just there. Not log out from here, but in the stream from here. Oh, come on. I don't want to get too close to the bear. Come here. There's another rat. Done. Okay. This stuff is still sitting here. Is it damaged? No. This is damaged a little bit. But not enough to be a problem. So, I'm going to keep working on my body strength. I may get started on a wagon soon. I know you guys watched me do a wagon before in the previous stream, which I don't know if I have those videos up just yet, or if those are the ones I'm still editing at the moment. So I probably won't do the wagon on camera. But I would like to do the picking up of the furniture and taking it back home on stream. So I will try and get my strength up by Monday and have a wagon finished and ready to go. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I appreciate the views, and like I said, when you guys help me out in chat, I appreciate that as well. Oh, it's a sheep. I thought it was a white horse. Darn. I don't have any sheep yet. I may go get that eventually. Anyway, like I said, I do thank you. I should be back on Monday So until then, I will talk to you guys later. Bye!